Welcome to Ponytails and Pep Talks, the podcast where blowouts, breakdowns, and breakthroughs are a weekly discussion. I'm your host, Regina. For over 3 decades, I've been behind the salon chair as a stylist, an owner, and yes, your favorite unlicensed therapist. I have heard it all. The tears, the triumphs, the you won't believe what just happened stories from courageous women overcoming incredible obstacles. So let's meet one of them right now on Ponytails and Pep Talks. Hello, welcome everyone to today's episode of Ponytails and Pep Talks with Regina. I am so glad that you're here. Today's episode is the one for every mama out there that says, maybe I could do a little something. Because today's guest, she did exactly that and it blew up. Keri went from stay-at-home mom, just trying to bring in a little extra cash, to something amazing on TikTok. She's funny, she's fearless, and she's proof that sometimes a little idea is actually your big breakthrough. Welcome, Keri Hughes, to the show, and tell us a little bit about you.
Hi, thank you. So good to be here. I'm already like teared up because just hearing that intro, it's like, wow, I am making it, I'm doing something. But I am a stay-at-home mom. I have 4 wonderful kids. I have a 13-year-old daughter, an 11-year-old boy, and then I've got a 5-year-old girl and an almost 2-year-old girl. So
Oh,
I'm just, I've got, both seasons of life right now, the littles and the bigs. So that's a little bit about me. We live in San Antonio, Texas, and just picked up TikTok one day and started learning I could make money from it. So I'm excited to tell you about my journey with that.
this is very exciting because I, of course, don't know anyone, except for you now that does TikTok. And I obviously almost all of us go on there, and I've purchased many things and I've seen several people may be trying to sell kind of the same thing. So
Mhm.
when we get into this conversation, I'll be interested in how you decided, how to do that. But what in the world made you decide, some people they sell makeup or they, sell these different products and you're like, I'm going to do TikTok. How'd you make that decision?
Yeah, I was just like you said, scrolling one day, and I just kept seeing this same kind of feed about making money on TikTok, and I was just like, "What?" I didn't even know it was a thing. I don't even think I'd ever shopped on there. It was this time last year that I had like was it last year? Yeah, I guess it was this time last year, a little bit before last year, but I had like a 7-month-old baby, so she's about to be 2. But anyways, I was just scrolling and learning that people they were showing their income, and I'm like, what are they making money from? What are they doing? So the more I kept watching those, the algorithm kept feeding me more and more, and I was like, okay, I can do this. So it's called TikTok Shop Affiliates. There's several ways to make money
Oh,
on TikTok. You can go live, you can do all kinds, you can make it from viral videos, but what I'm particularly doing is called TikTok Shop Affiliate, and it's where all these businesses are coming onto this platform now, from Crocs to Steve Madden to global companies, and they're posting, they're wanting affiliates to market basically their products. So I just kept seeing, okay, I can do this, and that's how I learned about it. I just saw people kind of saying they're making money from it. I'm like, I can do that. Let me dive in. So that's kind of where I started.
so
Anyways.
when you presented this to your husband, did he say, I think you're crazy, or how can this happen, or go ahead and do it, honey, I don't care?
Yeah, he kind of believed in me from the beginning, but he wasn't always big on social media. So he was a little leery of it, but thank goodness I joined at like a good time and started making,
Mm.
$20, $30. She's like, you're making this money by posting things. I'm like, yeah. And so the more, I kind of proved that I could do it, the more he's like, okay, try it, because things were tight and we wanted to make some extra money. I just didn't know how, because I also wanted to be at home. So yeah, and now he's my biggest supporter.
Oh, I bet he is. And what about the kids? I mean, especially the older ones. Do they tell their friends? My mom's on TikTok. Mm.
I think sometimes it depends on who you ask, or what product I may get. Like, I can request all kinds of different things. My son, he likes to play Fortnite on PlayStation. So one time he's like,
Mhm.
did they have these controllers on TikTok? And sure enough, they do. So of course, then he's like, look, my mom got me this on TikTok. But sometimes
Oh,
they'll be in my videos, and then other times they're like, no, I don't want to be in right now. But yeah, I think they depends on who they're telling. But Yeah.
I'm sure that's fun for them, and they probably will appreciate it later, even more
Yeah.
than now. And
Yes.
so, what was like the first thing that you sold, your favorite product that you sold?
Yeah, so when I first joined, I was like, okay, what do I need to buy? What am I going to show? And it's grown so much even in a year since I've been doing it, but I had bought a couple things. I was watching like, the top creators say Christmas time's coming up, so you want to get stuff
Yeah.
that people might want. So I bought myself a digital picture frame. I bought a makeup bag that had like a light up mirror and then a Gilmore Girls sweater. I think those were like my three main products. And then I had some like other things that were on the TikTok shop. Like I had this bacon maker and I had some spray for like laundry, like gets stains out. So I had a couple products to work with and just kind of started posting what I had. And the makeup bag, sure enough, started. That was my first like viral, not viral, but thing that took off and started making money. I'm like, wow, look at this. Like it's going up and up every day, selling a little more because people were buying them as Christmas gifts. So that's kind of where I started. And the Gilmore Girls sweater too. It's something that I love. I love that show, and so I think that kind of translates when you're talking about things you love. So that's what I started with.
So, do you like you set up an account with them and then you choose what products you want to start with? But then
Mhm.
when someone purchases them, then you get paid because you're already set up, or do you have to get to a certain level of followers first? How does that part work?
Yeah, to actually join TikTok Shop, you need 1,000 followers. And I had already one day in 2020, I had a random video of my daughter go viral. And so I had a bunch of followers just randomly. So I
Oh,
got into
good.
this shop. But yeah, if you want to join, you need 1,000 to 5,000 followers. It kind of depends. And then,
Mhm.
yes, as soon as you post an item, if you click, like if someone's just scrolling the app and they see this cup, for instance, and they click on my link, and they shop it and they pay for it, check out, I'll get 10%, 8%, 15% commission. So that's how it works. It's really cool.
That is cool. So, when did companies start reaching out to you and start sending you things for you to try to sell?
Yeah, just as about as soon as I started making some money. So that is kind of the name of the game
Okay.
is companies, they don't send you a bunch of free stuff until you start kind of showing that you can make sales. And so you can always have your family kind of help you get started and stuff. But or just the more you post, the more random people are gonna see your items. But it wasn't long after I had some traction with some sales. But I did buy a lot of the things myself up front because I knew I could sell them. Like I tried to request like a towel warmer and they didn't want to send it to me. So I was like, I'm going to buy it
Oh,
anyways. Bought it myself, made it viral. And then they sent me three to give away and do stuff. So,
oh, that's
just,
cool.
yeah, you just got to kind of believe in yourself and then it'll follow.
So, do you find TikTok easy to work with?
I mean, well, not particularly. There's all kinds of like things, but
Yeah,
it's not super hard. You just are always fighting the algorithm, and you can only control yourself, but you can't control views, can't control the algorithm. So to
right.
that aspect, but yeah, it's pretty easy. I've helped a lot of people get started, and it's not too hard.
So, what kind of time do you spend on it during the week?
A lot of time. I mean, I hit the ground running. I heard a top creator say the more videos you put out, it's like a lottery
Yeah.
ticket almost. And so I have done about at least 10 videos a day for over a year, and I can
Wow.
work anywhere from 8 hours to 12 hours a day, just depending on what
Hmm.
I'm doing. But I once I started seeing success, I'm just going, going, going and
Yeah, because then
hustling.
it pumps you up. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
this does work. And
Hmm.
and I ask these things because I'm, very new to podcasting. And same
Hmm.
thing, I have to get those things out there. I have to get people to like and subscribe and
Hmm.
get them to comment, and so that I can build up.
Right.
So did you have any previous social media experience?
Not a ton other than, well, I was a Beachbody coach for several years, so I guess I take that back. I did
Wow.
post a lot of my workouts online, and I would sometimes go live with the workout. And I've always been like a camera person. Like I've always taken pictures and liked not like I'm like kind of shy in person, but like if I'm talking to the camera, I'm not shy, I guess. So, anyways,
That's
I
good.
kind of had that experience just posting like my workouts or things about my life, what I'm eating and stuff, because I was helping people like do Beachbody. So I guess I had a little experience, and then just my own personal, always posting things. So just a little, but I didn't know how to edit, didn't know how to do any kind of technical stuff. So I've learned a lot. Still
I
learning.
think I think that's what I had to do a lot of too, is I'm quite a bit older than you, so I definitely did not grow up in the world of social media. And I realized when I started for a few months, I just had to go and read and learn and watch videos and
Yeah.
get a lot of knowledge first. I mean, it truly is
Hmm.
not something you just jump on here and do. There is some back work to do and things to learn. So I'm glad to know that
Yes.
at your age, you still had to go and learn some things too.
Yes.
So
I asked my 13-year-old too at first. I'm like, how do you edit? What is this? So yeah.
I'm still learning editing myself. There's lots of really
Same.
cool things, but and I do have some help with that. And I
Awesome.
just recently am getting some help with more social media stuff, again, from
Awesome.
younger people that know how to work this thing.
Yeah.
So do you have like repeat customers and you see them and know them? And, do they look you up specifically to purchase products?
I think I have some loyal kind of followers back from my Beachbody day because they'll comment on my stuff. The sad thing is we can't necessarily see who buys it. I mean, you can't at all,
Okay.
other than if they tell you. But they might comment, "Hey, I just purchased that," and you can see on your order. Sure enough, it came through, so I can thank them. But as far as like repeat customers, my family and friends, they support me a lot, and then just by them commenting. But I feel like I myself have my favorite creators and people that I go to pages and I might shop their stuff. So I feel like yes, I probably do, but I don't necessarily know who they are. So sometimes I'll just do a generic post like "thank you if you've ever supported me" because I want to say thank you, but I don't necessarily know who bought from
Individuals.
me. Yeah.
So I don't even know how to do that. I mean, when I flip through TikTok, I'm just flipping through. So if you start following people and
Mhm.
then you can find them that way.
Yeah, and there's a couple
Okay.
tabs at the top of your screen, so it might say like a for you page, but you can click on one that's like your friends or people you
Yes, I've seen
follow. So
that.
I guess friends
Mhm.
would be a mutual if they follow you back, but yeah, and then you can use the search bar, and that's what I usually do is I'll go to the search bar and I'll type in my favorite people and just kind of see what they're up to.
See what they're up to.
Yes.
So, you're a super busy mom, and definitely sounds like with TikTok doing it as much as you're doing it. How do you stay motivated? How do you get up the next day and go, I'm doing 10 videos today, but I've got to fix breakfast, I've got to get supper ready, I've got to go to dance class, I've got to, I know there'd be mornings that I would say, yeah, I just don't have the energy today. What keeps you motivated?
I think several different things. Seeing the success that I've had, it keeps me motivated because I'm doing this for my family. So right now I'm looking at a mess of like shoes that I need to organize, but that's in the back burner because I'm going to get out some videos and I'm going to do the money making activities right now while I can and while the app is rewarding me. So I feel like I'm in the back of my mind, I'm motivated to set my family up for success. And I'm just kind of working like it's Christmas time, people are shopping. So kind of hustling right now. And then January, February, it's going to be slower. And I'll definitely have time to like do some more organization things. But I think what keeps me motivated too is I love this job. It is so much fun to me. I love the products.
Oh,
I open like 10 packages a day. I get to pick what I want. So this sweater came in this morning. I threw it on. It's so super cute. Like it
it
motivates me
is
because it's
cute.
like fun and but I will say the work life balance is a real thing and I sometimes have to mostly like lock my phone up that way I can focus on my family. So it's kind of sometimes the opposite unfortunately is that I'm just like I want to work, I want to do this. There's, I can reach out to companies, I can post, I can, so I've got to kind of reel it in and say focus on your family. This app is always going to be here. So it's I don't know if I answered
Yeah.
your question, but it's just it's so much fun to me. So that's how I kind of stay motivated. Plus I'm making money right now, so I'm just hustling while the getting's good.
Of course. And it's like, oh, I got that bill paid off. This is great. And on to
Yes.
the next one, which is
Yeah.
great. So, what does an actual day of filming look like for you? Do you change clothes in between scenes? What does that look like?
Yeah, so on Tuesdays and Thursdays are my big filming days where my kids go to school for a couple hours. You know, the bigs are in middle school, but the littles go to a little school for half a day on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I drop them off and I come home and I will film either boxes that I opened the day before or what's selling maybe a couple days ago. I'll retarget it, but it basically just looks like hours and hours of changing clothes if I'm doing, just depending on what I'm doing. Even if I'm not doing clothes that day, I like to change outfits because I kind of like my videos to look different. But it's basically on,
Definitely.
like, today I'll go open my packages. I'll set up my camera. I usually do it on my front porch because the lighting's really good, and just film, edit, post until it's time to go get them. So probably 4 or 5 hours of just doing that sometimes, and then taking a break, and then after in the evening time I'll sometimes edit or do some more. So it's a full day work if I make it that way.
So you just upload them daily. You may make 10 a day. Do you actually put 10 a day out there, or you
Yeah.
just kind of keep some in reserve or yeah.
Yeah, I'll make multiple and I'll put 10 a day. Some people will really batch record and kind of not have to record every single day. And I just haven't gotten there yet. Unless I'm traveling, then I have a ton of footage on my phone. So if I record this sweater,
Yeah.
I'm going to do 3 takes of it or 4. That way I can post one today, and then tomorrow, if I can't film or if I just want to repost it, it's there and ready to go. So yeah, I just do multiple takes of the same items.
So how many products are you getting in a week from people wanting you to post?
A lot. And I can say yes or no to things. So I do it upon myself, but
Okay.
I'll probably get 6 to 10 packages a day right now, especially with the Christmas season. You know, I'm showing a
Hmm.
ton of giftable items, but I'll get anywhere from, 6 to 10, if not more, packages a day. And then I have time to post them. So I don't have to technically get them out until 2 weeks, but I'm a hustler and I get them out pretty
Get them
day of.
out.
Or, yeah.
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 So you say you can not take them. So if you get these
Hmm.
products, they're yours to keep, right?
Hmm.
And but what if you don't do a TikTok of them? Would do they want them back?
No, they don't want them back. I have an option, like, if it's really bad quality or just something that I'm like, "I don't really think I'd use this," there's a button on there just to say, "Sorry, I don't like the sample," and they'll say, "Okay, just donate it,"
Okay.
and, no penalty. So, yeah, I don't do that
Yeah,
a ton, but I don't promote things that I truly don't believe in or like, because I like my credibility more, my integrity.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So with so many people on TikTok and so many people selling a lot of times the same items, how do you feel like you stand out different from everyone else?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people just tell me I'm really relatable and I kind of just chat on my videos like I am FaceTiming someone kind of. So I don't tell all the features about every little thing. I mostly show things that are kind of cute, and people make up their mind in a second whether they like it or not. So I'm pretty short and sweet with my videos. That's kind of my sweet spot.
That's
I cut
good.
a lot of things out. I don't, go on, and sometimes they just take off, and other times they flop. I may put out 10 videos, 9 may flop, and 1 may take off. So it's a lot of trial and error, but I do feel like I have the advantage of just kind of chatting with a friend. And, if you want it, you want it. If not going to hurt my feelings.
So then do you repost if you feel like something didn't go as well or it wasn't selling? Will you repost another day and try to make it look different than the one you
Yeah.
did before?
Yeah, that's a great
Okay.
question. I do. Like, if it doesn't take off and I'm like, I know people will like this, I'll do it in another way. I'll do it again. And yeah, I give it a couple tries before I just, move on. But I do like to try again.
Okay. And have you seen that work? Work
Yeah.
pretty good? Yeah.
Yeah, I sure have. And sometimes it's just the right timing. You may hit that, like, the algorithm wave, So I've definitely seen it work. And then retargeting what is selling, that's kind of new to me this year, the last couple months. Like, I used to not make same, like, if I was selling like these kettlebells, I'm like, oh, they're selling, but it's from an old video. I would forget to, like, remake it and show it again. But now I've learned, okay, if something's selling from an old video, use that same item, make it again, and then the algorithm's like, yes, we like this content, we like this product for your page.
Okay.
So that's helped me a ton, and I've been doing that more and more.
So, on your research, do you go and look up what is selling best right now on TikTok to help get some ideas for yourself?
Sometimes, but mostly what I'm looking for myself is just things that people don't see every day. A lot of
Hmm.
people do well with viral products and they'll post supplements and they'll post things. I'm a mix. Like I show a lot of name brand things like Crocs, Steve Madden's, different things,
Hmm.
Hey Dudes, but also I sell toys and things that people don't see every day. And that's kind of my sweet spot is like I scroll, there's a marketplace for us to look up products and I just scroll
Okay.
until I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that. This is solving a problem, or this is something that moms would like their kids to play with. So that's kind of my strength is I find unique products and then they kind of take off because people don't see them every day. So when they're scrolling on their app, they're like, oh, what
Hmm.
is what is this thing? I've never seen it. It catches their eye. And then yeah, that's kind of how I do that.
So, how can someone find you directly? Like, I haven't seen you on there before, so I haven't liked, anything that you've done. So, if right now I wanted to put your name somewhere, where would I put
Mhm.
it? What would I say?
Like are you talking about on TikTok app?
Right. How would I
Yeah.
find you on TikTok?
Yeah, you would just have to go into your app and there's a little search bar and you would
Okay.
just type in my name. Like I think on there I'm Keri Danielle. So you could either type in Keri Danielle Hughes or you could do my exact like tag Keri_Danielle and it would should come up and then you can follow me. And the more you watch my stuff or any creator stuff, it usually feeds you that
It
same
brings it back.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how
So
do you spell your name?
KERI
Okay.
underscore DANIELLE. So Keri_Danielle is my TikTok handle. I have a couple pages, but that's my main one.
Okay, that's really cool. So, what advice, if someone is looking, at you now and saying, I think I could probably do this, what advice would you give? Where would you tell them to start?
Yeah, I love helping people get started. Actually like a coach in a community too, and I can talk more about that later. But I
Okay.
really you first got to get the followers, and that you can do that in a variety of different ways. You people love to learn things on this app. So if you are whatever your strengths is, if you like to cook dinners, film yourself doing it and post, quick one sheet pan meals, or if you like, whatever your strengths are, post that because
Yes.
there's other people like you who are going to start following you. So first I would say get your followers up, and I would say if you want to join this shop, like look around your house and find things that you already have so you don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money and
Ah,
just start
good
making,
idea.
products with that. And then also join either a community or find a buddy or find a mentor doing this. Even if you don't know them, but you can follow them online, you want to surround yourself with people who are just a couple of steps ahead of you. So
Of
you're learning
course.
from them and bettering yourself and just learn all you can learn about it. I'm constantly learning, studying, trying to grow. So find someone who's doing this too, because it can feel lonely sometimes. But if you have a buddy, you're like, oh, did this sell for you today? Or how are your views today? Kind of bounce ideas
Ah,
off of each other.
right. Good advice. So, how do you think this has best helped your family, even from financially to just the atmosphere of your home, the excitement that you have
Mhm.
that would maybe excite the kids? How do you think this has helped the most in your family?
Yeah, you kind of nailed it with all of the above. I mean, from when my daughter and I, my oldest daughter, I'd make four sales when I go to first started and it finally started taking off. I'd make four sales and we would jump up and down, and then I'd make, a couple more and we would be so excited just that it was working, and then it went from, oh, what products do we need? Or, money has been tight. And so if I needed something for them, I'd look on TikTok and see if I could get it as a free sample, say a lunchbox. Like I didn't want to go buy or spend money on a new lunchbox. So I'd see, can I get it as a free sample? And then I'd get it in and be like, look, we got this, and so from that to being, and then being able, then the money started coming and I've been so blessed, making over, five figures a month. And it's just helped relieve so much financial stress. My husband is the sole provider, so that has helped. We've been able to just do little extra things like maybe stay in an Airbnb when we travel rather than a hotel, or
Ah,
just little things that we got to take a family vacation trip. So It's just been, really everything's exciting. It's just been a journey, and um, yeah, I don't know if I answered your question or not, but it's
You
just
did,
every part of it
absolutely.
has been exciting, and it's also helped financially. Like I used to, even though we didn't have the money, I'd go online and want to like shop, just like impulse shopping to kind of avoid cleaning or whatever I need to do. So it's also helped in
Yes.
that aspect because I'm now shopping for free rather than on Amazon or stuff. So
So
yes.
anyone can do this, right? I mean, you don't
Hmm.
have to be wealthy to start out. You just need to find some products and show them. So it doesn't matter your
Yeah,
financial status at the beginning.
not at all. All ages, all statuses can do it. I've helped so many people get started, and everyone, like I said, has their own, like, we look for people who are similar to us. So I'm 5 foot, so my content helps reach people who, maybe need a size who are 5 foot. But I have a friend who's really tall and she sells women's fashion. So, yes, everyone, there's all kinds of products, anything you could think of is basically on this app. And it's just if there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, I think anyone could do it.
I'm super excited. I mean, at the moment, I'm thinking I could do this then, so
Yeah,
you've inspired me to even do
yeah,
more for my podcast and for my stuff and things that, I need to do. So, I
yes,
appreciate you being here. Is there anything else that you would like to tell the women out there that are considering this?
yeah. Just truly believe in yourself, and I think we don't give ourselves enough credit. But I think just this process has showed me that I always felt like I was made for more, and I'm not saying like just doing content is what I'm made for,
Yes.
but I've truly, it's not just about selling items. I've connected with people, I've made friends on this app, I've shown myself what I can do, what I'm capable of. So yeah, I just think if you have a little nudge in your heart and you're made for something more, just don't give up until you've achieved that or you've like seen it, because it's in there, like it's in there for a reason. And it just keep on going and believe in yourself and fake it till you make it sometimes too.
It is absolutely, and I love that, and I thank you so much for being on the show today. I've told so many of my friends I'm going to do this lady that does TikTok, and she does really great. So I've been excited about today's show. So I appreciate you so much for being on here. I want to say that sometimes the most ordinary moments in our lives hold a spark for something extraordinary. Take a chance on an idea floating around in the back of your mind, because Keri's story shows us just how having determination and courage to open your heart to a dream can result in a dynamic life change. Thanks, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Subscribing is absolutely free of charge. Thank you for listening to Ponytails and Pep Talks, and go find Keri on TikTok. Have a great hair day.